Hey, let's talk about movement, exercise, things that get my heart pumping, stress relief, improve my sleep. And for me, I do many different things. And I've posted a video link just before this post. I posted a video link. It's a 3-minute, 10-second video from YouTube, animated, that just talks about health benefits of exercise. And the thing that I want to talk mostly about right now, or specifically, is what is it that we're trying to do in this group? Belly Blaster, or the Belly Buster. We're trying to lose weight, belly fat. And the only way to do that, okay, it's a combination of things, really. I mean, the sleep, the drinking the water, all of those things, but really we need to be exercising and we need to be reducing calories. So I've spoken before about calories, and it's calories in, calories out, but it's also very specific what kinds of calories. Here in our group and with Plexus, we believe that there are inflammatory foods that we need to avoid, things that cause that inflammation and makes us feel heavier, look heavier, when actually it might just be a lot of inflammation. On the other hand, some of us, and I was 30 pounds heavier before I started Plexus, and it wasn't just inflammation. I was just getting fluffy because I was eating all the wrong things and I had stopped moving. So let's talk just a little bit about what it's going to do for us. And now that I'm 56 years old, I've done physical therapy for different aches and pains of getting older and things that I've done. And it really is important, I'm going to step out into the sun, it really is important that I'm building my strength. I'm building my flexibility by stretching. Pretty much every day I have to stretch in some way, and my balance. So if you'll notice as you're getting older, if you trip, if you lose your balance, you might not fall completely, but you end up injuring your back or your hamstring or something happens and you hurt now for weeks. And it was because your muscles were tight. They weren't flexible enough to catch yourself in that tripping or in that falling. You bend down to pick up a sock after doing laundry and you've thrown your back out and now you're injured for weeks maybe. So we want to make sure that we're doing things that are going to build our strength and we're going to increase our balance and increase our flexibility. So I want to say hi to Heather. So I will type what I'm saying in the comments after. So I'm sorry. This is on my phone and not my laptop. So it doesn't have closed caption. So, anyway, so what are the things that I do, to increase my energy? I want to increase my heart rate. All right, so here's one, right? So all of this, all of my backyard, I did the mulch, I do the planting, I do the flowers, I trim the trees, I do all these things, raking, shoveling, the wheelbarrow, moving it around, okay? I happen to have a pool, so during the summer I can swim. But all of those things increase my heart rate a lot. I get to the point where it's difficult to continue talking. That's when I know my heart rate is really, really getting up there. And that's what I want. So what am I doing by increasing my heart rate? I'm strengthening my heart muscle, very important for cardiovascular, and it's pumping more blood. It's sending more red blood cells into my body, and it's improving my lung strength. So I want to have better lung strength. So cardiovascular and respiratory. So those are all good things that are coming from what I'm doing out here. What else can I be doing? Maybe you don't have a yard. Maybe, you're not able to get out and do that kind of work. It is very physical, and I've been working out consistently now since probably October or November, building up to this, so that I don't hurt myself. So the other things that I'm doing is just getting outside, vitamin D, and some fresh air. We've been stuck inside all winter, and it's really important that we're getting outside. So what might that look like for you? Let's talk about a 20 or 30-minute walk outside. If you can't get outside and you have a treadmill or maybe you have a bike, but you need to be doing something about 30 minutes where you are If you want to be moderately exercising, then your heart is racing, you're breathing heavier, and you can still talk to somebody. So if you're walking with friends and you're still able to carry on a conversation, you might be sweating, but you can still carry on a conversation. That's moderate. That is a moderate level of exercise. It's when you are walking fast enough or jogging fast enough or riding your bike enough where you really can't talk. You can't have a conversation because it's too much to try and do all of the same. That's when you're really getting the benefits of cardio workout or cardiovascular. I love dancing. I don't know about you, but I love dancing. And so if you don't want to go out and walk, you don't want to go out and ride a bike, or, you don't have those things, turn on some music and just give yourself a dance party. I can dance myself into a sweat and where I can't breathe pretty quickly. And so you can dance. The object is just get your heart rate up and get yourself where you're having to breathe, take in a lot of air so that you're increasing your lung capacity. So that's really, really key. When I was diagnosed type 2 diabetic, or pre-diabetic, because I'm not anymore, pre-diabetic, and I asked, well, how do I avoid going into the place where I need medication? How do I decrease my blood sugars? And everybody says, diet and exercise, diet and exercise. Well, the diet piece, decrease calories, and I'll do a video actually about macros, which are going to be our proteins, fats, and calories, proteins, fats, and carbs, not calories, carbs, and really trying to figure out what kinds of foods you need to be eating and how do you know the calorie deficit that you need, so that it's not just, oh, well, I'm going to starve myself. No, we want to make sure that it's based on numbers. And so we can calculate that. I was a math teacher, so I'll give you a math lesson. And you can figure out how much protein do you need to be eating, and fats and carbs. So that's all coming. I will get that video probably, I don't know if I'll do it today, but probably tomorrow. And so that was the diet part. And of course, if we're higher in blood sugars, we need to decrease our sugars. We have to. And it's the processed foods that are the worst. Do I quit and give them up completely? No. If I want a donut, I'll eat a donut, but I don't do it every day. As a matter of fact, I probably don't do, I might have a donut once a month or longer than that. So I don't allow myself to become addicted again to those sugars. So that's the food part. The diet part, when you're building muscle, here's the cool thing. We don't think about our bones. We don't think about our internal muscle like the heart or the internal organs. We just think about our outside muscles, right? Our legs and our glutes. We want those tight glutes. We want nice shoulders. But what we're really building when we exercise, and it's not just cardio, this is going to be more about resistance. You are actually improving your bone density. Once we hit 20, 30 years old, our bone density is no longer increasing. It just starts decreasing. So you go and get a bone density test and you're told, it's a little weak, you should be taking in calcium and all these things. Well, guess what's even better and more natural is to exercise with resistance training. So that's using bands, exercise bands. That could be using little weights. That could be holding a gallon of milk. That could be, or a gallon of water, soup cans. You can find things to just use for resistance. And that's going to help to strengthen muscle. It's going to help to strengthen bone. And that's pretty important, especially for a lot of us in this group. We are starting to get older and we want to take care of our health fully now and not wait until it's too late. So some of the things that I would say for resistance, if you don't have any kind of weights, you've never done it before, like your stairs, when you go up and down the stairs, that's going to help if you are doing it more than just once. You might get winded doing your stairs one time, so work up to doing it multiple times. Make sure that you're using those leg muscles. Doing squats where you're not really going all the way down like you see on some kind of a workout video, but just sinking down a little bit and standing up. Something I added to my own workout, I call them functional exercises, and that is I get on the floor, I sit where I have a chair or a bench or something that I can use to pull myself up, and I just stand up, and I do that 5 times. I sit on the floor, I get myself up. Sit on the floor, get myself up, using my legs as much as I can. If I'm doing squats and I'm not used to it, I'll walk over here to the edge of my deck. I can hold on to something, hold on to a railing, and just sink down a little bit and go back up. I could do that 10 times. That's going to help build some strength in my glutes and in my legs. You know, using soup cans, 2 soup cans, and just pushing up straight over your head, that's going to be something that's going to help. And what does that do? It burns calories. It burns sugar faster because your muscles will take that in, needing the energy and needing that glucose in the cells. So muscle is so important for maintaining a healthy body and healthy body weight. If you are someone who sits a lot because of your job, we're going to call that sedentary. You can still exercise 30 to 40 minutes a day and have those benefits, because your body, when you're building muscle, continues to burn calories even when you're at rest. But if you don't work out at all, meaning you don't dance for 30 minutes, you don't walk for 30 minutes, or do whatever you can to get your blood pumping and start burning those calories, you know, that sedentary lifestyle is going to hurt you more than just weight. It's going to be the bones, it's going to be weakened heart, weakened lungs, that kind of thing. So that's for me, just my little bit of information. I do have a gym in my basement that, you know, over 30 years, we've built it by adding a weight set, adding different things. I joined, you know, I share with my daughter, we pay for the Beachbody on demand so that we can watch videos, and it's not very expensive. It's not like joining a gym. And we do exercises watching the TV using bands. They have plenty of exercises that are for beginners, for people who are intermediate, and those who are advanced. So those are the things that I would recommend, and that you just get out and do it. During this time of year, I may only have to go down into my gym 3 times in the week, because three times in the week I'm going to be out doing yard work, or I'm going to be walking, or today I bathed my dogs, and that gets my heart rate up. So just think about the things that you can do to build your strength. And as you're aging, I don't know your ages, but your flexibility and your balance, so important. Standing on one foot and counting to 30, and then stand on the other foot and count to 30. Doing things that build that balance and your flexibility, so that you do have, you know, enough energy and strength, and the proper just the proper strength to be able to bend over and pick up a sock and not hurt yourself. Please watch that video, 3 minutes. I thought it was really, really good to talk about both the mental and the physical health benefits. And I will talk to you again soon about the calories and what kinds of calories we want to be taking in while we're trying to burn that belly. So have a great day, and go get outside and exercise.